So you just decided to start your business. You are excited. You have got the name picked out, maybe even logo in mind, but now you are starting at the LLC filing page and one question is eating at you. How long is this actually going to take? And honestly, the answer you will find on most websites is frustratingly vague. It depends. Great. Thanks for nothing, right? Well, in this video, I'm going to give you the real answer, not the generic one. I am breaking down exactly how long it takes to get an LLC approved, which states are lighting fast, which ones will test your patience, what causes delays that nobody warns you about, and how to speed up the entire process so your business is legally official as fast as possible. Stick around to the end because I will share which filing services actually deliver on their speed promises and which ones don't. Let's get into it. The general timeline. Alright, let's start with a straightforward answer. For most states, if you file your LLC online, you are looking at anywhere from 1 to 10 business days for approval. Some states like Texas, Colorado, and New Mexico can approve your LLC in as little as 24 hours if you file directly on their Secretary of State website. Now, if you file by mail, yes, some people still do that. You are looking at 3 to 6 weeks on average, sometimes longer. And then there's expedited filing, which most states offer for an additional fee. This can cut your processing time down to same day or next day approval in many cases, though the cost ranges anywhere from $50 to several $100 depending on the state. So in summary, the fastest LLCs take 1 day, the slowest can drag on for weeks, and where you land on that spectrum depends on 3 things: your state, your filing method, and whether you use a professional service. So let me break each of these down. What happens after you file? Before we get into state-by-state timeline, let's quickly talk about what actually happens behind the scenes once you submit your articles of organization, because understanding this helps you understand the weight. When you file your documents, go to the state Secretary of State office, or in some states it's a different agency, but the process is similar. A state employee reviews your filing to check for a few things. First, they verify your LLC name is unique and not already taken. Then they confirm your paperwork is filled out correctly, your registered agent information, your business address, your organizer detail, and finally they make sure you have paid the correct filing fee. If everything checks out, they approve it and issue a confirmation or a certificate of organization. That's the document that officially brings your LLC into existence. Now, if something is wrong, maybe the name is too similar to an existing business, maybe a required field was left blank, the state will reject the filing or send it back for correctness. Every round trip can add days or even weeks to your timeline, especially if you are filing by mail. This is actually one of the biggest reasons people choose to use formation services like Northwest Registered Agent or Zen Business. These companies file LLCs every single day, so they know exactly what each state requires and how to avoid the mistakes that cause rejections. It is a small investment that can save you a lot of time and headache. Section 4, state-by-state speed breakdown. Now let's talk about the fun part, how fast each state actually processes your LLC. I'm going to group the states into 3 tiers, so this is easy to follow. Tier 1, the fast states. These are the states that typically approve online filings within 1 to 3 business days. This includes Texas, Colorado, New Mexico, Georgia, Florida, Missouri, and few others. Texas in particular is stand out. They often process online filings within the same business day, which is pretty impressive. Tier 2, the average states. These are states where you are looking at about 5 to 10 business days. This is where most states fall. New York, California, Illinois, Ohio, North Carolina, they are not slow, but they are not going to blow you away with the speed either. California is worth mentioning, especially because they have an additional $800 annual franchise tax and the paperwork flow can feel slower due to extra requirements. Tier 3, the slow states. Now, a few states are known for taking their sweet home. Maryland and my name, for example, can take several weeks for extending processing. And if you are filing with mail in states like Kentucky or Mississippi, be prepared to wait. Here's a pro tip though: even in a slow state, expedited processing can usually get you approved in 1 to 3 days. It costs extra, but if time is money for you, it's absolutely worth it. And one more thing, if you are a non-US resident forming a US LLC, this timeline still applies. States like Wyoming, Delaware, and New Mexico are popular for international founders because they are fast, privacy friendly, and don't require a social security number. Services like Taylor Brands and Inc. Authority are especially helpful here because they handle the entire process and can act as your registered agent. Section 5. What can delay your LLC approval? Alright, now let's talk about delays, because this is a part nobody warns you about and it catches a lot of first time filers off guard. Delay number 1. Name conflicts. If the LLC name you choose is too similar to an existing business in your state, your filing will be rejected. Before you file, always run a name search on your state secretary of state website. It takes 2 minutes and can save you weeks. Delay number 2. Incomplete paperwork. Your registered agent's address, using a PO box where it's not allowed, forgetting to sign the document. These small errors cause rejections more often than you would think. This is another reason services like LegalZoom or Shift Filings are popular. They pre-check everything before it's submitted. Delay number 3. State backlogs. In January and early Q1, there is a massive surge in new business filings. Tax season also creates backlogs in some states. If you're filing during these peak periods, expect processing times to be on the longer end of the range. Delay number 4. Mail filing. I can't stress this enough. Filing by mail almost always doubles or triples your processing time. Between postal transit, manual data entry at the state level, and mail-based responses, you are looking at weeks instead of the days. If your state offers online filing, use it. Period. And delay number 5. Filing in the wrong state. Some people file in Delaware or Wyoming thinking it's automatically the best choice, without realizing they also need to foreign qualify in their home state. That's a second filing, a second fee, and a second timeline. Make sure you understand where you actually need to form before you file. Section 5. How to speed up your LLC filing. Now, the good news. There are several ways to make this process as fast and painless as possible. First, file online. I know I sound like a broken record, but online filing is faster in every single state. There is no postal delay, fewer manual errors, and many states give you a confirmation within hours. Second, pay for expedited processing. Most states offer this. The fee varies, but for many entrepreneurs, spending an extra 50 to 150 USD to shave off a week or more of waiting is a smart trade-off. Third, use a professional filing service, and this is where I want to give you some real talk. Not all filing services are created equally. If speed is a top priority, Northwest Registered Agent is one of the most reliable options out there. They are known for fast, accurate filings, and their customer support is actually humans, not chatbots. Zen Business is another excellent choice, especially if you want affordable pricing with solid turnaround times. Their basic package includes a lot of value, and if you are looking for a free filing option, Busy, formerly known as InFile, offers free LLC formation where you only pay the estate fee. The pricing is a bit slower on the free trial, but they do offer rush filing upgrades. For those of you who also need ongoing legal support, things like operating agreements, contracts, or legal consultations, Rocket Lawyer is worth a look. They bundle LLC formation with access to legal documents and attorney consultations, which is a unique combination. And if your business needs to stay compliant across multiple states, things like annual reports, business licenses, and ongoing filings, Hardware Compliance specializes in exactly that. They are not the cheapest, but for compliance heavy businesses, they can save you from missing critical deadlines. Fourth, double check everything before you submit. Review your LLC name, your registered agent details, your address, your organizer information. One typo can send you back to square one. Final tips: and what to do after approval. Alright, so let's bring it all together. For most people, forming an LLC takes somewhere between 1 and 10 business days when filed online. Expedited processing can bring that down to same day in many states. Mail filing can push it out to several weeks, and errors or name conflicts can add additional time. But here's the part most videos leave out. Getting your LLC approved is just step 1. Once you receive your approval, there are a few things you should do right away. First, get your EIN. That's your employer identification number from the IRS. You will need this to open a business bank account, hire employees, and file taxes. The good news is that applying for an EIN on the IRS website is completely free and you get it instantly. Second, draft an operating agreement. Even if your state doesn't legally require one, and most don't, you absolutely need one. It defines how your LLC is managed, how profits are split, and what happens if things go sideways. This is where a service like Rocket Lawyer can help, since they offer customizable operating agreement templates. Third, open a business bank account. Keeping your personal and business finances separate is one of the most important things you can do to protect your business and to protect your personal liability. And fourth, make sure you understand your ongoing compliance requirements. Every state has annual or biannual reports, many have franchisee taxes, and some require additional filings. Missing these can result in your LLC being dissolved by the state, and that's a situation you definitely want to avoid. So that's the real timeline for getting an LLC. If this video helped you, go ahead and hit that like button. It generally helps this channel reach more entrepreneurs like you. Subscribe if you want more no-fluff business guides, and drop a comment with your state. I would love to hear where you are forming your LLC. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.